I check my phone. Whose kid is this? And it says, tornado warning. Take cover now in a basement. Ooh, my heart started beating so fast. I said, oh my God, do we even have a basement? I don't even know. Because I'm from California. We don't do basements in California. That's dangerous because there could be an earthquake. I wake up my husband. I was like, babe, we got an alert on the phone. It says there's going to be a tornado. We got to go in the basement. Do we have a basement? Now, my husband is an Army brat. He grew up everywhere. He spent a lot of time in Kansas, and he was like, oh, we used to get these all the time. Don't even worry about it. Just go back to sleep. To sleep? But they just woke me up. I don't think that's what they want. He was like, what county is it in? Oh yeah, that's like 5 miles away. We're good. We could watch it from the front. He went back to sleep. Wasn't even stressed at all. I got up. I said, oh no, this is an emergency. We sleep with one of those sleep sound machines that plays like the rain sounds. So we were already in the midst of a storm. We had our own storm going on. It was on surround sound, so it was real loud. There was stuff blowing up on the windows, but I didn't even notice because I just thought it was a good episode that night. I was like, ooh, this one's realistic, favorite. I get up, I turn the sleep machine off, and that is when we can hear the tornado sirens outside. Brr, brr. Then my husband, go, get up, go. Get up, go. What? But you said we could watch it. We both start freaking out. I'm grabbing things we don't even need, like Windex, a stapler. Where do we go? Turns out we do have a basement. Guess where it is? Outside. Like we're in the Wizard of Oz. We keep it locked for safety. And we keep the key in the junk drawer in the kitchen. You highly underestimate what you consider junk until you're in an emergency situation. Now, I don't know how you guys keep your junk drawers at home. Maybe you're highly organized. I open up my drawer, I gotta sift through a bunch of dead batteries, expired coupons, hella rubber bands. We don't even use rubber bands. But every time we get one, we gotta save it. Why? What is so sacred about a rubber band that we can't throw it away? Whether it came wrapped around the newspaper or asparagus, it's in the drawer now. And that asparagus rubber band, that's a good one. Ooh. We better save this. Got about 86 keys in here. We don't even have 86 locks. Finally find the basement key. We go outside, unlock the door, get down into the basement, and that is when we realize that we are fully unprepared for this situation. We have no emergency necessities down there. No water, no food, no batteries, nothing. Just me, my husband, and hella spiders. And they were all looking at me real suspect-like, too. Like they recognize me. That's her? Listen, ma'am, I know you weren't expecting this today. But this is from my homie Bubba right here. While we were trying to figure out what part of the city we wanted to live in, my husband and I were staying in a studio apartment. Now, I don't know if anybody here has ever lived in a studio apartment before, but when you're young and single, that's banging. It's convenient. Like, you'll be in your living room watching TV, you're like, you know what? I'm tired. I want to go lay down in the bedroom. Boom, already there. Convenient when you're young and single. However, studio apartment living when you're married isn't real conducive to staying married. Because you have no personal space. Like at our old house, if we got on each other's nerves, he goes to this room, I go to that room, we cool off, we're fine. Now in a studio apartment, if we get in an argument, when we're done arguing, we just gotta keep looking at each other's stupid faces. You know how hard that is? That is challenging. That should be a TikTok challenge, do that one. And my husband's good looking. Typically, he's really fun to look at. But if we have been arguing, I will make all his pretty features real ugly real quick. I'll be like, you know what? You see how your teeth are perfectly straight and you don't need a retainer? That's annoying. And like, we get it. You have perfect bone structure. Honestly, you have no character in your face. Get a scar. If we get into an argument, my husband doesn't want to call it an argument. He wants to call it a talkament. Just the fact that he wants to call it a talkament, to me, now we're in a full-blown argument. He wants to call it a talkament because he wants to talk it out. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get to the root of the problem. And when my husband talks it out, he likes to talk in circles. Circles are his favorite shape. He likes to say the same thing he just said, but a little bit differently. Because he's talking it out. And when my husband talks it out, he likes to ask a lot of questions. Questions. He thinks he's being inquisitive. I think that I'm on the stand and I need to defend myself in a court of law. Questions. Yeah, I know you said that, but why? No, I know that's what you said, but why? I don't know why. Yes, you do. Objection, badgering a witness. He's like, overruled, but why? No, I know that's what you said, but why? Because that's how I feel. Okay, that's your feelings, but what's your facts, though? That's how you feel, but what are your facts to support your feelings? Oh, you're stupid, that's my facts. And it's not that my husband is stupid. It's just that I don't know how to talkament. I can start in a talkament. We're just having a conversation. We're both calm until he triggers me, which is like sentence number 3. And then next thing you know, here come my emotions. They weren't even invited to this party, but they showed up, all pedo, ready to say some stuff. The more questions he asks, the more worked up they get. Questions. Next thing you know, here go my emotions out of my mouth. And when I'm in an argument, my words come out like little shanks. He's over here trying to talk him in, and I'm just like, can't. And now I have a bloody word massacre to clean up. Sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just trying to win. My therapist hates that joke. working on it, though. I am working on my communication. I wish I could be more like my friend Maya. She's so calm, cool, and collected all the time. One day I asked her, I was like, girl, do you ever get in an argument with your husband? She was like, yes. She started telling me about an argument they got in, and he had said something to her, and she was like, okay, see, when you say that, it makes me feel like what you're saying is I'm doing it wrong. And then he was like, oh no, that's not how I meant it at all. I'm so sorry it came out that way. That was their argument. I'm sorry, what? How do you do that? Like, how many COVID swabs do you need up there to respond like that? Like, no emotions involved, just clearly communicating. When you say that, it makes me feel like what you're saying is I'm doing it wrong. Me in that same conversation, oh, so I can't do nothing right then? Wow, so why you even married to me? I'm working on it. Living in a studio apartment when you're married, things that are normally easy are all of a sudden difficult, like watching TV. In a studio apartment, you have to both want to watch TV at the same time. Then you have to want to watch the same thing at the same volume preference. Now, I don't know if my husband is hard of hearing, but to him, if the TV is not at volume 85 or above, it might as well be on mute. God forbid I bring the volume down to 65. He will passive-aggressively put on the captions. It's his silent way of yelling at me. If my husband cannot feel the vibration of every word coming out of the TV, not loud enough. And we watch different stuff. My husband likes to watch UFC fights and the Hallmark Channel. He's very diverse. He's into extreme violence and Candace Cameron Bure. Me, I just want to watch anything murdery, rapey. Those are my shows. All the crime shows. If there is not an investigation to be had, a bad guy to be caught, a soothing narrator voice telling me how the woman's body was dragged behind the building, then I don't want to watch it. I like all the crime shows. Whether it's a network procedural drama like Law & Order, NCIS, SWAT, Criminal Minds, FBI, like anything Dick Wolf, yes, I'm gonna watch that. But I also love the docuseries shows, Forensic Files, The First 48. That's my show. And I travel a lot with stand-up, so a lot of times I go to cities that are always on that show. And I'll arrive in that city and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm in Dade County. I could totally get murdered right now. Like I get all starstruck. My favorite one is Law & Order SVU. Yes. Anybody watching the spin-off Organized Crime with Detective Stabler? Let's talk about Stabler for a second. Christopher Maloney plays Detective Elliot Stabler. He was on Law & Order SVU for a very long time. And then he left the show for 10 years. And then he came back. Now, I don't know what he did while he was away. I don't know what they call that, intermittent fasting. Protein shakes, keto, I don't know what he did. But when he got on the scene, I got flustered. I did. I was like, oh my God, Stabler. Stop flirting with me. And the day after that premiere episode, he posted on Instagram that it was his 60th birthday. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Do I have a crush on my dad's friend? What? That's weird, because Stabler could get it. Let's go, 60. Watching TV with my husband is difficult, but at least it's not watching TV with my dad. That is a whole different experience. Like if you come to the house and you start watching a movie with my dad and they say way too many cuss words, he gets real religious. God forbid they say the F word, he'll be like, oh, forgive them, Father. My dad's the guy who, during an action scene, he is counting the amount of bullets coming out of a gun for accuracy. And the second they go over the allotted amount of bullets for that type of gun, he has something to say about it. You think you're just watching a movie, he's silently fact-checking. Ah, come on. 47 bullets and a Glock. This isn't real. Really, Dad? The bullets is what made it not real? Not the zombies they were shooting? And why is it so awkward when you're watching a movie with your parents and a sex scene comes on? I am a grown adult, and it is still awkward. And my dad makes it even worse because he gets visibly uncomfortable. He starts shifting around in his seat. He's sweating, mumbling things under his breath, like, great, now they're gonna do it. Like, I get anxiety about having kids. My husband and I always said we didn't want kids. And now that I'm getting older, I'm like, hey, are we for sure that we don't want kids? Because that tick-tock clock's a tick. And I always said I didn't want kids because I like my life just the way it is. I don't want to have a kid and mess it up. But all my friends have kids. Like my friend Maya, she has 2 kids. She'll tell me sometimes, she'll be like, oh my God, Mateo has the flu. He was throwing up all night. I had to be up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Then I have to pick up Noah from school with foot, hand, mouth disease, whatever that is. I haven't slept since 2006. But it's so worth it. Really? Doesn't sound worth it. But then I look at my nephew, my sister's son, Austin. I love that kid. He's the coolest little kid. Like, he's funny. He's got a good personality. He's kind. He loves people. He's tender-hearted. He has manners. He eats his vegetables. I look at him and I'm like, okay, you know what? If I could be guaranteed to have one like that, I will think about it. But then I look at some of my other friends' kids. You ever have a kid in your life that just the thought of spanking them brings you joy? Because I have some kids in my life that I'd be like, ooh, you wait till your mom turns around. He fell down. I don't know, that was weird. When you don't want kids, you take precautions to make sure you don't have them, like birth control. Well, birth control has hormones, and hormones gave me melasma. You know what melasma is? It's a brown skin mustache. Yeah, I have a mustache. You can't see it because I'm wearing makeup. But when I'm not wearing makeup, I look like my brother. That's my stuff. Sometimes if I don't want to wear makeup and just be fresh-faced, go run some errands, when I get to the store, they ask me my preferred pronouns. They go, "Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, they." Any of those work, thanks. So now I have a dilemma. Do I want a brown mustache or brown babies? I get the what ifs in my mind about having kids. I start thinking, well, what if I can't chase my dreams anymore? Because I moved to Hollywood to be an actress. I'm still trying to be an actress. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have some very cool credits on my resume, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, Our Family Wedding, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. Like, I have some very cool credits on my resume. But sometimes when I go to say my prayers, I'm like, oh, come on, Jesus, bigger credits than that. I'll be honest with you guys. When I lay my head down at night, my dream is not to be a mom. My dream is to play a rape victim on Law & Order SVU. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Beep boop beep doo boo. That's the dream. That's my dream. I remember when I came close to the dream, and I booked my first speaking role on a TV show called The Shield. Do you guys remember that show? It was like a gritty crime drama, and I was playing a homeless teenager trying to bum a cigarette off a detective. They had me in like a dirty hoodie with a blanket, leaned up against the wall. I was like, ooh, I'm about to win an Oscar for this. I did. I called my friends. I was like, hey, how many lines do you have to say on TV to win an Oscar? And they're like, oh, Oscars are for movies. Oh, we'll see about that. I was convinced this was going to be my big break because the fact that I even booked this role was a miracle in itself. This is how it works. If you want to be on TV, this is how you got to do it. You got to get an audition. In order to get an audition, you have to have a resume. To have a resume, you have to have TV credits. To get TV credits, you have to have TV credits. Like, how does that even work? I don't know. So I just lied on my resume. I thought about whatever show was on TV, and I just put it on my resume. Okay, Friends. Who did you play? Friend of a friend. Ooh, CSI Miami. Who did you play? The girl that dies. My fake resume got me a real audition. I couldn't believe it. I finally had an opportunity to prove myself, to show that I'm a good actor, that I have what it takes. And I remember showing up at that audition, and I'm standing there in front of the casting director, and she's looking at my resume, and she's like, wow, you were on CSI Miami? Mm-hmm. Because it's not a lie if you keep your mouth closed. Mm-hmm. And she goes, wow, that's funny, because I cast that show. I don't remember you. I got caught. Like, what would you do in that situation? Would you just own it and be like, you got me. I was trying to see if you would catch it. You did. That's a good memory. That's good. No, you don't own it. You double down. You commit to your lie. Because that's your real audition. That's how you prove that you're a good actor. Oh, I looked her straight in the face and I was like, you don't remember me? Girl. Remember, I came in here, I did my audition, and you're like, oh my God, you're so good. And I was like, thank you. She knew I was lying. But she let me audition anyway, and that's the one that I booked. That was The Shield. I was so proud of myself. Yeah. I was so proud of myself. I couldn't believe it. I remember the day the episode aired on TV, I had a premiere party at my house. I did. Everybody came to this party. Like, nobody from the show came, but like the who's who of my apartment complex was at this party. It was lit. We had pizza, soda, napkins. We're all sitting there watching my episode. And I know that my scene is the very last scene of the episode because, like, save the best for last. I think that's how it works. So we're all sitting on the couch. We're all watching my episode. And I'm like, okay, here comes the detective. He's about to ask me my question. And then the credits start rolling. They cut my part. My big break. It broke. I was humiliated. Like, getting your part cut from a TV show when you're home by yourself, that's embarrassing. But in front of all your friends and pizza. And that wasn't even the most embarrassing part of the night. The most embarrassing part of the night was having to say thank you for coming as people left my party. Bye. Thanks for coming. You. It's fine. Honestly, who cares? Like, seriously, I don't even care. Okay, bye.